I wanted to have a chance to meet a lot of new people, being able to make connections and seeing who else like me is going to be on campus and fostering new friendships. Like that was the biggest thing for me, honestly, is like meeting new people.
Responsibility, inclusion, and student empowerment is what RISE stands for.
Developing, finding, and accepting our own voice.
RISE is basically, the first part of it is a 2-week orientation to the university. We bring about 20 students to campus who have broad interest in the humanities and social sciences and business. And we bring them to campus to get them ready for their transition into the university. We focus particularly on students who have interest in issues related to social justice, folks who are first-generation students, some students from neighborhoods that are underserved.
Every time you all have shared your stories of success, hard work, and aspirations, I feel more resolved to keep doing this work at this university.
Coming into Rice, I am actually a Houston native, but in my community, Rice isn't really talked about, so I didn't know exactly what to expect coming into Rice. And as I've heard from the incoming students, they were also very nervous. Of course, you hear Rice and you think academically rigorous and, you get nervous about that. But I really do think that Rice does an amazing job at initiating that transition from high school to college level academics and Rice level academics. And it also gives a really good insight into the community you can build here and the diverse community you can build here.
I feel like responsibility is a big part, not only just in college life, but in life in general. We all make mistakes, and being able to acknowledge your faults and improve on them is a big part of responsibility. Having that discipline ultimately makes us, as a whole, much better people.
Inclusion, definitely. I came here with my own experiences, and I was grateful to find people who looked like me and talked like me and shared my experiences, but I also learned a lot about other people, and there were definitely some experiences where I was like, wow, I can definitely acknowledge my privilege, but I can also learn from other people, and there was a lot of beauty in that, and in finding other people that I felt I could grow with and learn from.
Definitely student empowerment is the most significant term, at least for me, because that's kind of what ties into my project and the whole story behind it all. I wanted to sort of empower myself and give myself a one-up in expanding my knowledge of something that relates so close to home. In Islam, I'm very interested in learning more about my religion and how it ties into building this country, essentially.
We meet with these students in the second part of the seminar in the fall semester. So they come in, continue to meet and read together and work together. And to tell you the truth, we don't let them go after that either. We walk with and beside these students for their first 2 years at the university.
RISE was really incredible in helping me find out what I wanted to do and what I wanted to fight for, basically. And getting to explore that was really amazing, and talking to people right before college actually started for me.
Helping incoming freshmen is something that's definitely part of the culture here, especially we have O Week, so that's coming up soon. I'm really excited for it. So that's something I think that the college does or the university at large does a really good job of, just helping freshmen feel like they're welcome on campus.
Like a little wave, Dietrich, give like a little. I loved RISE. I love connecting with different people, especially I'm from Arizona, so the transition can be a little hard coming to a new place I'm not familiar with, but I've been doing a lot of archiving, taking videos and just taking notes of different things that people say and do and kind of storing them for myself. And I'm really glad that I had this experience. I don't regret it at all. It's been so much fun, and I think especially going into college, this is going to be something I look back on, and the fact that I was able to experience these growing pains with people in similar boats was just really endearing and will help me further in the future.